Welcome to episode 122 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Saturday, people. Saturday, the 4th of July, 2020. And I hope you're all doing well out there, people. It is the fucking weekend. Are you doing stuff? Are you going around with your family? Are you actually venturing out? Who knows? Or are you still fucking confined into your fucking bedroom or basement, locked down there, waiting for all this to blow over? Yeah, it's the weekend here in the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. I always fuck that up. I didn't know if I fucked it up there or not. Who knows? Very dicey history we have with all of those countries here in England. It's been quite a busy week for me. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been flat out. I feel for everybody out there at the moment working a day job, whether they be has-been, was comedians or artistes. Even though we don't qualify for that, that's this is the big thing. Maybe it's just British comedy that doesn't qualify to be part of the arts fucking £1 billion bailout or whatever they've got. Yeah, we are still ostracized from the arts community, people. Doing stand-up comedy. We have, obviously, in the States, it's a little bit more venerated than it is over here. It's, with Dave Chappelle winning being awarded the Mark Twain Award for comedy writing and shit. And it's over in the UK, we're still sort of like the snotty little oik to the arts community, so we don't get any funding whatsoever. So people are out there doing what they can. Either that be fucking online gigs, fucking gigging in car parks, fucking down the docks on their knees. Who knows what people are doing these days? We're like fucking gone feral. There's comedians all over the place trying to fucking earn money. Dealing drugs, I'm not sure that's true. To be honest, I don't know of any drug dealing comedians. That would be... that'd be a fucking captive audience, wouldn't it? Start dealing smack, comedians out there. That's it. You know, get these crackheads like coming up to you and go, I know you want your fucking drugs and that, but if you can spare just 5 minutes, I just need to run through this fucking material in your fucking bedsit for you. Who knows? Don't forget to wear that mask, crackhead. We're still a little bit fucked, basically. The pubs are opening today. People, the pubs have opened in the UK. This is a very British thing. Either the local pub or the village pub. Everybody's like at one point in their life has had some sort of like local pub that they go down to and become part of that community. I can see this going horribly wrong. I'm not going to lie to you. I know. The thing is, having drank in pubs for a good number of years before I started doing stand-up, I know what people are like, man. It's meant to be, the rules are, sorry, I'm fucking, Jesus Christ, I'm snotty as fuck today. It's my eyes have been fucking streaming. I'm snotty. This is not a coronavirus thing, though. You don't need to clean your headphones with fucking hand sanitizer or anything like that. This is a hay fever thing, I think, which I get it at a certain time of year. Usually around about this time of year, my fucking throat's sore and my fucking eyes have been fucking streaming, people. Are you sure you're not just crying, Ben? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's all coming out of me. Let's have a little bit of tea. But yes, having drank in pubs and worked in pubs when I was younger, behind the bar and shit like that, I can see this all going horribly wrong. What we're meant to do in this country at the minute is we're meant to book in. You get given like a 2-hour time slot, which, if anybody has ever been drinking in the UK, particularly England, 2 hours is after 2 hours, you're just getting going, and yeah, you're just getting the fucking taste for it, and then you're meant to be whisked out, and you're meant to be responsible and go, okay, I shall leave now and give my space to somebody else so they can enjoy your day. I don't know how these people are going to cope who spend all day in a fucking pub drinking their wages away. They're going to have to do a little like fucking pub crawl round places, I think. But yeah, you need to hire a table. Apparently, you need to stay 1 meter apart from people. You don't need to wear masks or any shit like that. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I can see this just going fucking mental. You know, here in the UK, drink responsibly doesn't seem to come across to people at all. People don't understand. We're not like the continent. We're not like European countries like France and Italy. France sitting outside with their fucking cups of coffee. Oh, yes. And having talks about fucking Sartre and shit like that, and fucking philosophical chats out on like balconies and shit like that under the sun and the heat, and you know, in Italy, you know, I shall have some wine and all that sort of shit. That's the worst Italian accent you've ever heard. We're not like that in the UK. We're fucking beer fucking hounds. We are beer zombies when it comes to drinking. And just, I can see conga lines going around pubs, people getting off with each other, people fucking fighting, shit like that. How the fuck are you meant to have a fight at the pub if you're meant to stay 1 meter apart? And that is one of the great things about this country, that you can walk in, walk into a pub at any time and get into a fight. And I think that needs to be protected in these harsh times. Yeah, so that's all kicking off today, people, isn't it? That's all kicking off today. Bit more tea there. I'm getting all excited. Yeah, so also, it can't be any worse than these people, surely. You know, like these people, surely. I read this week about people having coronavirus parties. Now, this seems to be a particularly American phenomenon. I think maybe, I don't know, it seems like we're arsey in this country, but there seems to be a definite thing in the States where they like to challenge authority or challenge the norms. Certain people do anyway. Maybe it's this fucking whole constitutional fucking, you know, which one is it? Whatever amendment it is that says about gun laws and taking down the fucking government, or is it the Fifth Amendment? I don't know. Am I thinking of the Fifth Element? I don't know. That's a film, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So, which amendment is it? Gun law. Let's have a look. Let's get this right. So, instead of glossing over, amendment. America. Is it the Second Amendment? Well-regulated militia. Oh, fucking the Second Amendment. There we go. We're only 3 amendments. You know, that's a fucking. You know, we're only 3 amendments away, weren't we? Hey, I'm over like 3,000 miles away. I can't know everybody's laws everywhere. You should know that one, Ben. I should. I know. I should. But yeah, whatever the second, it's that Second Amendment mentality. Hey man, we can fucking take down the government. But yeah, apparently people in the States are having coronavirus parties. Bring your coronavirus instead of a bottle of wine. Yeah, so they're doing that. which with the sole intention of either getting coronavirus or seeing if it is that transmittable, and then seeing if they can live through it. I think I don't fucking know. It's weird, isn't it? It's equivalent of like when AIDS was prevalent in the 80s and there was no cure for it, just going around and fucking people with AIDS. I don't know. It's the equivalent of fucking cancer, knowing that cigarettes. I know. There's the irony of it. That's my conscience kicking in there. It's the equivalent, Ben, of knowing that cigarettes give you cancer and smoking anyway. All right, conscience. All right, we'll get there. But I don't know. People just do stuff, don't they? Maybe people are just like curious as to see what the effects are. I saw in this week. Fucking hell, my eyes are sore. I saw this week. This is being posted around a lot on Facebook that a conspiracy theorist in America died of coronavirus after trying to prove it was a hoax. Now, obviously, there's a certain amount of irony there, but there's also a certain amount of smugness around these posts. Just like, oh, look at this fucking idiot. Well, the guy did die. He put it to the test. I tell you what, you've got to respect that guy. He put his fucking money where his mouth was. That's where, clearly he backed the wrong horse, didn't he? But he put his fucking money where his mouth was. That's for sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a little read of this. I fucking read it the other day. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. Yeah. A young conspiracy theorist has died of coronavirus after trying to catch the disease at a COVID party. That sounds like the worst sort of party you could go to, a COVID party. I mean, I've been to some shit fucking boring parties over the years, but a COVID party where somebody has got COVID-19, it's a little bit like musical chairs, I imagine. Playing Twister, getting them coughing on you and shit like that. The unidentified victim, who was in his 30s and from San Antonio in Texas, spoke of their regret to a nurse. Oh, fuck, this sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? Bit more tea there. Sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? It's always like they're unidentified. They never name the guy, do they? And there's always regret afterwards, and it's always a nurse. Do you think he was in, so this nurse has leaked this story from a vague place, San Antonio in Texas, tested positive for COVID-19 and being rushed to hospital where he died later. Dr. Jane Appleby from the Methodist Healthcare said just before the patient died, they looked at their nurse and said, I think I made a mistake. I thought this was a hoax, but it's not. I mean, that's too convenient, isn't it? It's too convenient with the whole, he looked across at the nurse and said, I think I've made a mistake. I thought this was a hoax. Okay, and the nurse is there fucking writing this shit down. Yeah, okay, this is going to be an article in the newspaper. Thank you for that soundbite. That is the last thing you ever said. Thank you for that soundbite. Weirdly enough, it goes exactly with the rhetoric we're trying to put out there about the coronavirus as well. So good on you for that. We're not going to name you in the article. No, you don't get any credit for that quote. If anything, the nurse themselves and a doctor will be named from the healthcare center. They will relate what you said, but you don't get any fucking credit for that quote whatsoever. It's a little bit too convenient, isn't it? But apparently there has been like corona parties going on, which seems it just seems very odd, doesn't it? It seems putting you in yourself in a position, it's like painting yourself yellow and bright fucking yellow and saying, hey, man, I'll dress any way I want. You're actually in the army, mate, so you need a bit of camouflage. Fuck you. I'm going to be bright yellow with a massive purple fucking afro wig on. afterwards, and I don't know why I said afro wig. It could be curly wig, couldn't it? I'm going to dress as a fucking clown. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dress as a fucking clown in the army, and then complaining that you fucking get shot first, isn't it? That would be very cool, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Being in the army and just, waiting there in your fucking foxhole and shit like that, and then the whole army dressed as fucking clowns, even with the shoes on. And the flower just come running towards you. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? There's one for the army people out there. If you want to shit up the other side, dress as fucking clowns and attack them. I'd love to see. I would fucking pay money to sit on a hill and watch that fucking battle take place. Regular army soldiers against army soldiers dressed as clowns. It would be fucking amazing. You're bound to scare the shit out of some of them, aren't you? Yeah, so anyway, this guy died. He's dead. He's gone. He has attended no more parties. Are they doing any more? That's what I want to know. Are they actually doing any more parties? Or was that just like the one party they were doing? And, you got to be pretty desperate to go to a COVID-19 party, I think, can't you? You've been locked up for a while. Just been invited to a COVID-19 party. That's either an instant yes or an instant no, isn't it? You have people in your life like that, don't you? When people suggest things or they want to go out or, somebody invites you to their birthday party or invites you for a drink out or something like that. It's either an instant yes or an instant no, isn't it? That's a COVID-19 party. You're like, nope. This geezer's fucking mental. Why the fuck would you want to have a fucking COVID-19 party? Or you're like, oh, yeah, totally. Let's give this a fucking whirl. End up in hospital and then probably quote something and not get credited for it. Right. That's that. It just seems very odd doing that. Let's have a look. What we got here's something I read about the other day as well. I watched a documentary and it wasn't about this, but it was about the site OnlyFans, which just seems like real life fucking getting, being a fucking puppeteer to get people to do shit for you. But people earn a fucking fortune out of this. Mainly women earn a fortune over this because it's guys like fucking paying women to dress up in shit by the sounds of it. This is there's a site called OnlyFans basically, and it's a little bit like I don't know how to describe it really. Like you get followers and shit like that. It's a bit like a social media thing, but you can earn money out of it. And basically, a lot of it is like women dressing in bikinis. The only reason I watched it, that's not the only reason I watched it. Just to clarify. The only reason I watched it is because one of the people was from Northampton, where Briggs Towers is based. And I think I was watching iPlayer or something, fell asleep, woke up, and that old story, Ben. Yeah, fell asleep, did you? Woke up and it was playing on there. But I think it's BBC iPlayer documentary. And these women earn a fucking fortune dressing in bikinis and basically taking sort of like bikini shots of themselves at the behest of sponsors, and I think people sponsor them to do stuff or like pay them a certain amount, like a month or whatever, and the idea is to build up your followers and shit like that, and then just to milk them, baby, milk the followers for all the money, not the things poking out of the bikinis. So anyway. That's what the regular thing that people would. The documentary I watched was just people doing regular sort of like like almost like page 3 with a top on, sort of like bikini modeling and shit like that. But it's like the people sponsoring them have an input in what they're doing. They request certain things and pay for it and shit like that. It's very it's very weird and very icky, and it's sort of like fucking sugar daddy type. It's a website basically for sugar daddies who are looking to fucking sponsor young girls or whatever, and these young girls, I mean, fair play to them. Power to a bit of girl power there. Just fucking milking these guys. But I don't know. It's such an intrusion, isn't it? Because these people were sort of like taking photos in their fucking house and shit, and it just seems a real. I don't know what is the price you're willing to pay to give away your anonymity. That would be it, really. Anyway, there was an article that I read this week. You're doing a lot of reading just lately, Ben. Hey, yeah, I am. There's this. Oh, fucking hell! Where is it? Here we go. This is not being prepared, isn't it? Where is it? Here we go. Woman quits job. This is the title of it. Oh, fuck's sake, Jesus. You get these fucking pop-ups all the time, don't you? Does your fucking head in. A woman quits job to earn 6 figures a month pretending to be a dog. Now, this woman is on OnlyFans. She's 21-year-old who loves to play fetch and get head scratched. Says she now earns 6 figures a month by pretending to be a dog. I mean, that's a career that your career advisor at school never even imagined would be possible. Can you imagine a little kid going up to you and going, "What do you want to do when you're older?" I'm going to act as a dog and I'm going to fucking earn a fucking fortune. Woof. Most people out there love dogs with their faithful nature, willingness to play, and all around adorableness. But Jenna Phillips from Austin, Texas, everything's Texas today. What the fuck is going on in Texas? Feels she has a much stronger connection to our four-legged friends. Since she was little, Jenna has felt like a dog, so much so that she used to pretend she was a puppy while growing up. During the 2 years she worked as a clinical optician, Jenna set up an OnlyFans account to share her kink with others, though for the first 18 months it was home to more vanilla content. Oh, right. Bit of tea there. Let's finish the tea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically, it's people going, oh, yeah, fucking just jerking off, innit? Wanking off, like to a girl who's acting like a dog. I mean, let's call it what it is. That's what it is, isn't it? I mean, if she wants to fucking, act like a dog, people are fucking paying her. People are basically paying a young 21-year-old girl to act like a dog so they can fucking wank off about her. That's basically it, isn't it? I mean, and she's, it's a difficult legacy to leave your family, that, isn't it? What did mummy do? What did you do, grandma? How did you accumulate all your money? I acted like a dog, and people ejaculated whilst watching me on a fucking screen. But it brought all this, baby. It brought all this, and one day you will inherit the family business. She says, looking back on it now, it's always kind of been there. I just didn't know there was a scene. I just thought it was my personality. When it comes to pet play, the majority of girls do kittens, foxes, or rabbits. That's fucking weird, innit? And the majority of puppies are men. I thought about it for a long time when I first got into pet play. I feel like a dog, so that's what I decided to be. You go, girl. There's a picture of her there returning a fucking tennis ball. Oh, fuck me. Once her OnlyFans page started to take off, Jenna decided to give up work as an optician and become a full-time job to represent the female puppy community. This is it. She's doing her bit, isn't she? We need more female representation in the puppy community. And Jenna is... she is a leading light in the female puppy community. She began posting more kinky pet play on her page using the moniker That Puppy Girl. She looks a bit weird. She's got fucking fangs by the looks of it. Now subscribers pay $16 a month to see her uncensored OnlyFans content where she chases after bulls, walks around on a lead, and takes baths, often while naked. I mean, yeah, you know, like, fucking hell. You know, she's eating dog biscuits and shit. I don't know. I mean, it may come to it. I mean, at one point, you may tune into this podcast and you hear some meowing and that's it. You watch the video and it's just me in a fucking basket playing with some string. Who knows? Who knows where this podcast could lead us one day? But I don't know. It's you know, there's certain things I'm willing to do for money and certain things I'm not willing to do for money. One of them is not fucking take a bath as a dog whilst naked. You know, no one's... Firstly, no one's going to want to see that. I mean, the girl's relatively attractive. She's quite an attractive girl. If that girl was a munter, an absolute fucking hound, if she'd been in a fucking fire, you know, nobody's going to be paying like $16 a month for that, are they? You know what I mean? We all know what it's about, innit? Like, it's not really about the pet play or fucking shit like that. I know everybody's got their little kinks. It's about seeing a young girl fucking naked and you being able to fucking control it. Now pick up. Go and fetch that stick, you dirty little bitch. People just type in there. Go on, you fucking little... Jesus. Yeah, good on to her. That's what I say. She is representing the female community in the puppy world, puppy play world. So you know, you go, girl. You get your puppy on. Fuck me, Jesus. What are we on? We're on 26 minutes. We've got time for about one more, I think. Here's a fucking horrendous thing. This is one of the reasons why I never eat meat. Doctor's gruesome discovery as woman complains of sore throat after sushi. Ah, man, what you been eating, lady? 25-year-old woman from Tokyo. It's always Southeast Asia. They're always eating something dodgy out there. I know. But they're always catching something from fucking... I don't know, man. Jesus, then, you know, like, people catch tapeworms over here, don't they? Don't be so fucking stereotypical, Ben. Exactly. Had experienced pain in the throat for 5 days before she went to the hospital where doctors made the rare discovery. What has she got? A woman complained of having a sore throat and was found to have a live worm lodged in her tonsils. Oh, man, that is fucking rank. The anonymous, no shit. She's anonymous as well. Woman from Tokyo visited St. Luke's International Hospital in the Japanese capital after experiencing throat pain and irritation for 5 days. Oh, man. And it's not like, you know, fucking tapeworm or something like that. It's a fucking worm. A garden worm that she had lodged in her tonsils. After a blood test and upon a quick inspection, doctors discovered a black moving worm in her left tonsil. The rare case, which was published in American Journal, the worm body was black, 38 mil long, 3.5, about 4 centimeters, isn't it? About that long, 1 mil wide, and was molting the outer cuticle, with the cause being identified as the sushi some woman ate. Fuck that. Not that I eat sushi anyway. Don't eat anything with a face, man. Nothing with a face. The entry also included a picture of the disgusting worm, which was still alive after doctors extracted it with tweezers. Oh, fuck that. I mean, if you got a worm in your throat, I think you'd spend the rest of your life just... that gag reflex would just... every time you think about it, wouldn't it? I had a worm in my throat. DNA and the fact that the worm was in exuviation revealed this worm was a 4-stage larvae of, I ain't even going to try and, Pseudoterranova azaraceae. This is a parasite that can infect people who consume raw or uncooked fish, including sushi and sashimi. fuck that shit. Hey, sushi lovers, enjoy enjoy the next time. The next time you have some sushi, fucking enjoy it. What are we on? We're on 30 minutes, people. We have smashed this episode out. That is episode 122. If you want to message me or anything like that, or abuse me in any way via email, it is just podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. I will be back on Tuesday with episode 123. Have a great weekend, motherfuckers. Take care.